In the late 1990s, in the heart of Silicon Valley, a remarkable story began. Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph had a vision that would transform how we watch movies and TV shows forever. The company they founded was Netflix, but back then, it looked nothing like the streaming giant we know today. Picture this. It's 1997, and most people are still driving to video rental stores, browsing aisles of DVDs, and hoping the movie they want isn't already taken.
Você já parou para pensar que enquanto escuta essa história poderia estar entendendo cada palavra em inglês de forma natural, sem precisar ir ficar lendo essa legenda que está na tela? Isso não acontece com você pelo simples motivo de que você não recebe feedback diário e nem pratica seu inglês. Por esse motivo, nós criamos o CAS, um super professor de inglês de inteligência artificial que você usa no seu próprio WhatsApp. Mas ele não é uma simples IA, é um super professor particular que você tem acesso 24 horas por dia, onde ele te ensina, corrige seus erros e ainda simula conversas reais por áudio e texto, e ainda se adapta ao seu ritmo. Tudo isso sem sair do app que você já usa o tempo todo. E tem mais, essa IA foi treinada com cérebros de professores renomados, então você vai aprender com a melhor didática possível. Então se você já tentou de tudo e ainda não viu resultados, o CAS vai ser a virada de chave que você precisa. O link está na descrição.
This was the era of Blockbuster's dominance, with its familiar blue and yellow signs on every corner. But Hastings and Randolph saw an opportunity to do things differently. Their idea was both simple and revolutionary. What if people could rent DVDs by mail? No more late fees, no more rushing to return movies before the store closed. Instead, subscribers would create a list of movies they wanted to watch, and Netflix would mail them in distinctive red envelopes. When customers finished watching, they'd simply mail the DVD back and receive the next movie on their list. The beginning wasn't easy. Many people thought the idea was crazy. Who would wait for DVDs to arrive by mail when they could just drive to Blockbuster? But Netflix had something special. Convenience and customer satisfaction were at the heart of everything they did. They introduced a monthly subscription model that eliminated late fees, a major pain point for video store customers. In 2000, Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix for $50 million. They declined, thinking it was just a small niche business. This decision would later be considered one of the biggest mistakes in business history. While Blockbuster stuck to their traditional model, Netflix kept innovating and growing their subscriber base. The red envelope became more than just a DVD mailer. It became a symbol of change in how people consumed entertainment. Netflix's success wasn't just about delivering DVDs, it was about understanding what customers really wanted: convenience, choice, and freedom from the frustrations of traditional video rentals. By 2007, Netflix had mastered the DVD by mail business, but behind the scenes, something bigger was brewing. The company's leadership team was watching technology trends closely, and they saw the future coming: streaming video over the internet. It was a risky move that would require massive investment and completely changing their business model. The internet wasn't quite ready for streaming video. Most people still had slow connections, buffering was a constant headache, and the technology was far from perfect. But Reed Hastings had a famous saying: "Most companies that fail because they focus on what they have to do next month, not what they have to do next year." The decision to invest in streaming wasn't just bold, it was potentially dangerous for the company. Netflix would need to spend millions building a new technology infrastructure. They would have to negotiate new kinds of deals with movie studios and TV networks. Many of their own employees thought it was too soon. Why change a successful business model? But Hastings and his team saw something others didn't. They noticed how young people were increasingly watching content on their computers. They saw how internet speeds were gradually improving. Most importantly, they understood that the future of entertainment would be digital, not physical. The development process was intense. Engineers worked around the clock to create a stable streaming platform. The company had to solve complex technical problems. How could they ensure smooth playback across different devices? How would they handle millions of simultaneous streams? What about varying internet speeds in different regions? While all this was happening, Netflix kept their DVD business running smoothly. It was like building a plane while flying it. They had to maintain their current success while investing heavily in an uncertain future. This period tested not only their technical capabilities, but also their commitment to innovation. In 2007, Netflix launched its streaming service, and entertainment would never be the same. At first, the selection was limited, just about 1,000 titles compared to the 100,000 available on DVD. But something amazing started happening. People loved the instant gratification of streaming. No more waiting for DVDs to arrive in the mail. They could watch movies and TV shows right away. The early days of streaming weren't perfect. Users experienced buffering issues, and video quality wasn't always great. But Netflix kept improving the technology. They developed sophisticated algorithms that could adjust video quality based on internet speeds. They created apps for different devices, from computers to smartphones to smart TVs. Suddenly, Netflix was everywhere. The company's famous recommendation system became even more powerful with streaming. Now they could see exactly what people were watching, when they stopped watching, what they watched next. This data helped Netflix understand their viewers better than any entertainment company ever had. They knew what you might want to watch, even before you did. A new phrase entered our vocabulary: binge watching. Before Netflix, watching TV meant waiting a week between episodes. Now, entire seasons were available at once. People started watching differently, spending whole weekends catching up on their favorite shows. It wasn't just a new way to deliver content, it was a cultural shift in how we consume entertainment. The success of streaming didn't happen overnight. Netflix had to convince Hollywood studios to license their content for this new platform. Many were skeptical, worried that streaming would hurt their traditional business models. But as more people signed up for Netflix, studios couldn't ignore the growing importance of streaming. By 2010, streaming wasn't just an experiment anymore, it was the future. More people were watching Netflix online than through DVDs. The company that started by mailing red envelopes had transformed into something entirely new: the world's leading streaming entertainment service. In 2013, Netflix made a move that shocked the entertainment industry. They released all 13 episodes of House of Cards at once, a high-quality drama starring Kevin Spacey and directed by David Fincher. This wasn't just another TV show, it was Netflix's first major original production, and it cost $100 million to make. The industry thought they were crazy. What made this decision so revolutionary? Netflix wasn't just buying content anymore, they were creating it. And they weren't following the traditional TV rules. No pilots, no weekly episodes, no commercial breaks. They gave their creative teams unusual freedom, and it paid off. House of Cards won Emmy Awards and proved that streaming services could produce content as good as, or better than, traditional studios. But Netflix wasn't satisfied with just one success. They started producing more original shows and movies. Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, and The Crown became global phenomena. Each success gave them more confidence to take bigger risks. They weren't just competing with other TV networks anymore. They were reinventing what television could be. The data they had collected about viewing habits gave them a unique advantage. They knew exactly what their audiences liked to watch. When they created new shows, they could use this information to make smart decisions about what kinds of stories would work. It was a combination of artistic creativity and scientific precision that had never been seen before in entertainment. Their strategy changed the whole industry. Traditional TV networks and movie studios had to adapt. Suddenly, everyone wanted to create binge-worthy content. Everyone wanted their own streaming service. The phrase Netflix original became a mark of quality, attracting top talent from around the world. Directors, actors, and writers who once looked down on streaming now saw it as an exciting creative opportunity. The company that once shipped DVDs in red envelopes was now winning Academy Awards and changing how stories are told. They proved that taking bold creative risks could lead to extraordinary rewards. Netflix had become more than a distribution platform. It was now a major force in creating culture. As Netflix grew stronger in the United States, they set their sights on a bigger goal: becoming a truly global entertainment company. In 2010, they expanded to Canada. But this was just the beginning. By 2016, Netflix had launched in almost every country in the world, except China. This massive expansion brought new challenges and opportunities. Every country had different tastes, languages, and cultural expectations. What worked in America didn't always work elsewhere. Netflix learned to adapt. In India, they created series like Sacred Games. In Spain, Money Heist became a worldwide sensation. In South Korea, they invested in shows like Squid Game, which became Netflix's most-watched series ever. The company's approach to global content was revolutionary. Instead of just dubbing American shows into different languages, they started producing local content in various countries. They discovered something fascinating. Good stories are universal. A Spanish show could become a hit in Brazil, a Korean drama could captivate audiences in Germany, and a French film could top the charts in Japan. Netflix's technology had to evolve too. They developed sophisticated dubbing and subtitling systems in multiple languages. Their streaming technology adapted to different internet speeds and infrastructure around the world. In some countries, they even created mobile-only subscriptions to match local viewing habits. But global expansion wasn't always smooth sailing. Different countries had different regulations about content and streaming services. Some nations worried about cultural preservation. Others had strict censorship rules. Netflix had to navigate these challenges while staying true to their core values of creative freedom and innovation. The investment in global content changed Netflix itself. The company became more diverse, both in terms of its workforce and its storytelling. They proved that entertainment doesn't have to come from Hollywood to be successful worldwide. Local stories could have global appeal, and Netflix was the platform making these cultural connections possible. Today, Netflix isn't just a streaming service, it's a cultural phenomenon that has fundamentally changed how we consume and think about entertainment. The company that began with DVDs in red envelopes has become a global powerhouse, influencing everything from how stories are told to how we spend our evenings. The Netflix effect is now a recognized term in the entertainment industry. When Netflix releases a new show, millions of people worldwide watch it simultaneously, creating a shared cultural moment. Social media lights up with discussions, memes, and theories about these shows. This instant global reach was unimaginable in the traditional TV era. The streaming revolution Netflix started has transformed the entire entertainment landscape. Traditional TV networks are struggling to adapt. Movie theaters are rethinking their business models. Even the way stories are told has changed. Writers now craft their shows knowing that viewers might watch all episodes in one sitting. But success brings new challenges. Competition is fierce, with many streaming services now fighting for viewers' attention. The cost of producing original content keeps rising, and viewers' expectations are higher than ever. They want more content, better quality, and new innovations in how they watch. Netflix continues to experiment with new technologies and formats. They're exploring interactive storytelling, where viewers can make choices that affect the plot. They're investing in gaming. They're even looking at ways to use artificial intelligence to improve their service. The company that disrupted the entertainment industry keeps pushing boundaries. Looking back at Netflix's journey, one thing becomes clear. They succeeded by never stopping to innovate. From DVDs to streaming, from licensed content to original productions, from American shows to global storytelling, they kept evolving. And as technology continues to advance, Netflix seems ready to keep shaping the future of entertainment.
Se você gostou desse vídeo, não se esqueça de se inscrever no canal. E também dá uma conferida lá no cast que tá aqui na descrição desse vídeo para você aprender inglês mais rápido. Até a próxima!